we have some breaking news at this point in time. The India squad for the last 2 tests that we played in Indore and Ahmedabad have been announced, as well as the squad for the 3 ODIs that will take place on 17th, 19th and 22nd. So here is the test squad. So here is the test squad that we have. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, Cheteshwar Pujara, Virat
Are you
Kohli.
reading it? It's the same squad, na?
Same squad with
So
Jaidev
say-
Unadkat back. So Jaidev Unadkat is back.
No, he was also in there. Just you released him just for the final.
Finals for the second test in Delhi. So he's back after his
Take a
Ranji
breath,
Trophy.
take a breath,
Yeah.
take a breath. He's just come running from
Yeah.
the
So
chase. Same squad
Same
as
squad.
before. Test done.
yeah,
ODI.
India's ODI squad. Remember, Rohit Sharma unavailable for the first ODI because of family commitments. Hardik Pandya is going to captain. And then the squad is Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, as expected, Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav, KL Rahul, Ishan
squad.
Kishan, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja. No, Ravindra Jadeja is back in the ODIs after a very long time.
Yes, yes. Well, that was expected.
Yeah. Rest of the bowling attack, I think it remains the same. Even Jaidev Unadkat included in the
Yes.
ODIs.
So only few talking points there is, which I think we'll talk about. One, test squad is the same, so there will be a bit of debate about KL Rahul. That's one. In ODI squad, there's one thing which he pointed out, that because of family commitment, Rohit is not there for first ODI, then Hardik captains and Rohit comes back for later.
Yes.
Done. Jaidev Unadkat, who was part of the test squad, is now part of the ODI squad.
squad as well.
And of course, Ravindra Jadeja, who is injured, was not part of the ODI squad, so he now comes back part of the ODI squad. Now, there is another talking point.
Yes.
Have you figured out what that is?
On Washington Sundar or Hardik Pandya?
No.
No. KL
No,
Rahul.
that I said
Yeah.
earlier. No. What is the one talking point? One more talking point.
Shardul Thakur.
No, so this is a conspiracy theory. Though there's another talking point, but Saransh has a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
He's
Shardul
saying that Shardul was already there.
Already there.
So the conspiracy theory of Saransh is that in the test squad,
Yeah.
no VC is there.
Oh, yes.
VC in front of KLR, but nobody else also has VC in front of it.
Yep.
So I don't think it's just a conspiracy theory.
Yes.
But what?
Wicketkeeper as WK.
That always
That
does.
always it's there.
No, ODI team you mentioned vice-captaincy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, had they given it to somebody else, you would understand. But you can debate it. So maybe, as you are saying, Santosh Kumar, vanakkam to you as well.
Yeah, vanakkam Santosh, vanakkam.
That there is no vice captain in the bracket of. Now, can you do me a favor? Figure out the team when it was last announced. BCCI's tweet will be there when the test team was announced. And was the VC written there at that time or not? So vice captain, was it written in front of KL Rahul the first time the team was announced? We are taking a look at that. This time vice captain is not written in front of KL Rahul's name. Now that's one thing which is interesting.
Yep.
But this is the earlier one?
No, this is the first one.
No.
The
This time
earlier
it's
one.
not. This time it's not. I'm telling you, it's not written this time.
Yes.
Was it also the case last time? Is
That
what I'm
we'll
saying
have
when
to
the
just
team is
check,
up. We'll
yeah.
check. But the other talking point is, because you were all waiting for his return, is Jasprit Bumrah is still not back.
Not back, yes.
So that is the talking point. Jasprit Bumrah, everyone thought might play the ODIs,
Direct
but
IPL.
he is not. So that's a thing to note as well. Huh? Jasprit Bumrah still not fit. So
Yep.
that's interesting. Check out the
We have to
tweet.
go way
I'd love to
back.
know your comments about KL Rahul still retained in the team. So he's in the squad.
VC था पहले अब नहीं है.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Saransh confirms that. What I need to do is, Saransh, quickly for breaking, can you get the both images, and we'll ask a question to
Yep.
our expert this evening. Just to let you know, today's special edition
Yes.
of Dugout coming your way at 6:30.
Yes.
6:30 with Harbhajan Singh. So Harbhajan Singh will be there at 6:30 p.m. So don't forget to tune into Sports Today. 6:30 Harbhajan Singh. We're going to look at the test match, all the performances, the non-performance of the Australian team and this team selection. KL Rahul, what have you, and a lot of other things to discuss, right? So for that, 6:30 do come in. Right now, we're just breaking the team that has been announced. And as I said, the squad, Amrit wants to know the squad again. For test, no changes.
No changes,
Same
yes.
squad. The only change there is that previously, when the test squad was announced, vice captain was written in front of KL Rahul's name. This time, his name is there, but there's no vice captain written. But vice captain is also not written in front of any other player's name as well. So that's that. And for the ODI squad, again, it's exactly the same team, but for the fact that Rohit will not play the first ODI, he won't captain, Hardik will. But remember, the big talking point is no Jasprit Bumrah still. So even in the Australian ODI, he's not come back, which may not be great news because his injury layoff has increased for a very long time.
From September onwards till now, he's not played. And remember, we are all thinking maybe if he'll play the 3 ODIs, he'll ease back into the IPL, which begins on March 31st, by the way. Just an 8-day gap between the ODI that ends on the 22nd, and 8 days after that is the IPL. But it looks like Jasprit Bumrah, we had said that he had suffered some stiffness, and his rehabilitation was pushed back by 1 more month after that. So that is going to be a big downer for Jasprit Bumrah. Whether he will play in all the games of the IPL, whether he'll be fit for the World Test Championship final also, that also remains to be seen now. Because remember, India are all but through. Australia also can just hang in there provided Sri Lanka don't upset the apple cart. I'll be doing a special explainer on the World Test Championship as to what is the current situation. 99% it is India versus Australia. But Australia could very well shoot themselves in the foot. And if Sri Lanka have their way, they can do it. So that is how we are looking at it. So no vice captain in the 2 tests that we have got. Although whether we should read too much into it, it remains to be seen. Maybe it's an indication that perhaps Shubman might come in place of KL for the remainder of the 2 tests, because KL Rahul has not been in good form. And KL not named the wicketkeeper for ODI, but that was anyway expected because you've got Ishan Kishan already there. You already have another wicketkeeper. You have wicketkeeper as Ishan Kishan. Why would you want to name KL Rahul as your wicketkeeper? I just don't understand that point. So it's good that he's not there as the wicketkeeper. You wouldn't want to risk his injury issues that much. So, okay, so that is how we are looking at it.
I'm going to run to record now.
Yep. So that is the team selection. Where will KL bat in ODIs?
Yeah, you can take questions.
Yeah, I'm taking questions. So where?
If you're not busy, you can join.
Yeah, is Sanju in ODIs? Oh yes, there is no Sanju Samson. Let us make one thing very clear here. Sanju Samson is not there in the ODI squad.
Because he's injured.
He's injured. He's still injured. That knee injury that he has suffered, that is the main reason why he is not in the squad at all. Now, when will Sanju Samson recover from his knee injury? That remains to be seen. Because Sanju Samson, he was not considered even for the New Zealand series as well because of that knee injury that he suffered. One hopes that he regains full fitness in the IPL when it begins from March 31st onwards. Remember, Rajasthan Royals have a game on April 2. That is how you will assess whether Sanju Samson is fit for the IPL at least. Sorry. Then any other comments that we have got? Arun Teja, as Rahul is not VC, maybe Gill will open the next 2 tests. Possibly. Maybe we are reading too much into not him being named as the vice captain. Maybe. But yes, I had also mentioned it at maybe Shubman Gill might be the opener that, because remember, KL Rahul, after the series against South Africa, he directly came for the series against Bangladesh because of injury woes that he had. Failed in Bangladesh, 2 tests he's failed. So unfortunately, KL Rahul is on a thin ice when you have to look at selection for the next 2 tests. So then what other thing? So why Ishan still in ODIs as he can't bat in middle order as wicketkeeper? But then what was the other option, Kuldeep? What was the other option apart from Ishan Kishan? Because Sanju Samson is injured. Then Rishabh Pant is also injured. Pant most likely is not going to feature until the end of the year. Sanju Samson, unfortunately, his knee injuries come at a wrong time. So you will have to keep Ishan Kishan as your de facto keeper. That is the reality that is right there at this time. Sanju Samson and Rishabh Pant are both injured, and that is why you will have to keep with KL. Well, that's another interesting observation, that in the ODI squad there is no Arshdeep. Yes, there is no Arshdeep. He wasn't there even in the previous ODI series that's there. So yes, Jaidev Unadkat being tried as a left arm option after Arshdeep in ODIs. Abhinav Gupta, Possible. Possible that Jaydev Unadkat will be used for a longer run because remember he had a very good Ranji Trophy. He had a very good Ranji Trophy final where he took 6 wickets. Arshdeep, unfortunately, his form and confidence dipped slightly, and also he didn't recover fully from his injury as well. So that is why Unadkat in ODIs has been given, but whether he will feature in those 3 ODIs against Australia, that remains to be seen. So Jaydev Unadkat, maybe he's there in the squad as a backup option. Yeah, and by the way, yes, it's a very interesting stat that I've just gotten from my colleagues here that he is making a comeback into the India ODI squad after 10 long years. We had seen that there was a big gap between his first test and his second test. It was 13 years actually, 12 to 13 years. Now, after 10 years, he features in the ODI squad as well. So, it's a great feeling for Jaydev Unadkat. Whether he'll make it in the playing 11, that is another question altogether. Because India have got depth in their bowling lineup. If you look at it, Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Washington Sundar, Yajwendra Chahal, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj, Umran Malik, Shardul Thakur, Aksar Patel and Jaydev Unadkat. Plenty of bowling options. Which you look at Siraj, Shami and Umran Malik might star in that. Then you may have Yajwendra Chahal and Ravindra Jadeja in that. So maybe that is the playing 11 or the bowling lineup that we are looking at it at this point in time for the 3 ODIs. Remember, the 3 ODIs are happening on 17th, 19th and 22nd. Mumbai, Vizag, Chennai. The 3rd and 4th test matches will happen in Indore and Ahmedabad on 1st to 5th, 9th to 13th. So, Aditya Kavlekar is like, will this India comeback raise Unadkat stock in IPL? No, Aditya, I don't think so. Because look, the horse may have bolted when it comes to Unadkat as an IPL auction big. But at the same point in time, Unadkat, he has performed brilliantly in the Ranji Trophy for the last couple of seasons. 2020, he was the star with the ball, picking up over 65 wickets. Then he made a test comeback in Bangladesh where he finally got a couple of wickets. Now in the ODI squad, and remember, he's also there in the 2 tests that's there. He was released for the Delhi test to play the final for Saurashtra, where they have won for the 2nd time in 3 editions. So that is about it. Rohit not playing his home ground first match in Mumbai. Yes, Smith Soni, he's not playing because he's got family commitments. He is not going to be part of the first ODI that is going to happen. He will be part of the 2nd ODI that will happen in Vizag on the 19th. So that is about it at this point in time. Are there any further questions? Prithvi Shaw, well, Prithvi Shaw unfortunately a little bit behind in the pecking order if you look at it. So the point is Prithvi Shaw is still behind. Sanju Samson not recovered from his injury and also Rishabh Pant has not recovered. That is why Ishan Kishan will get these 3 ODIs and he will have to ensure that he performs well because a wicketkeeper who performs, and he did struggle in the series against New Zealand also. So this is also a very good opportunity for Ishan Kishan to make amends. Then are there any other questions, Gokul Kumar? Like, isn't the whole, Pradeep Srivalsan is like asking, isn't the whole point of ODI team making a team for the future? Why Unadkat now? What about Ravi Bishnoi? Oh yeah, very interesting question, Pradeep, about Ravi Bishnoi. I mean, what has gone wrong with him? Suddenly, why has he fallen way off the radar that you do not pick him? That is the major problem. Ravi Bishnoi impressed in the Asia Cup and ever since then he's just gone. He's nowhere in the picture at this point in time. So why is he not in the frame of things at this point in time? Where anyone got dropped? Shergill, if you are joining us right now, see, India's ODI squad is that Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav, KL Rahul, Ishan Kishan is your wicketkeeper, Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, Washington Sundar, Yajwendra Chahal, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj, Umran Malik, Shardul Thakur, Aksar Patel and Jaydev Unadkat. This is the ODI squad. The test squad, there is no change. No one has been dropped. No one has been added. It is the same squad that was picked in the first 2 tests as well. Jaydev Unadkat was released for the Delhi test to play the final. He's back in this. There are no changes whatsoever. However, the major talking point is that no Jasprit Bumrah in the ODI lineup even now. What about his fitness? It just remains to be seen. Amulya Gupta, no Amulya, I don't agree with that. This year, it is no trying anymore. You should not try. And by the way, Mohsin Khan is also injured. Amulya Gupta, you have to understand that Mohsin Khan is injured. So that is why he cannot feature without having prior match practice. You cannot just slot him into the ODI team like that. So Unfortunately, he's injured. The injury woes continue, and that is why he is out. That is the major focus that we have. There is no specific reason, Vinay Dadej, as to why Jaydev Unadkat is in the ODIs. He's done well in the Ranji Trophy, and that is why now he could probably get a good run. That is the problem. Arun Ramachandran, Sanju is fit right now. No, I don't think so, because if he was fit, he could have been included in the ODI setup, but he isn't. That is the main. He's still recovering from his injury, and that rehabilitation, unfortunately, is taking a lot more time. That is the problem. So let us just ensure that this team now gets a big run in this. Because remember, only 3 ODIs they play. After that, you have a 2-month IPL period from March 31 to May 28. After that, in June, July, you will play 3 ODIs against the West Indies. And after that, you will play the Asia Cup. These are the series that will be your build-up for the main ODI World Cup that will begin from October to November. Then Shikhar Dhawan, time is up. Sridharan is saying, looks like it. I think we will all have to look beyond Shikhar Dhawan, unfortunately, at this point in time, because now he will not get a game until June, July if he is selected. So that is why, unfortunately, now we may have to look beyond Shikhar Dhawan at this point in time. So Rituraj is not there. Shubham, what is his name? Shubham Upagarde, Rituraj Gaikwad has not been included. I think now you will not look at most of the players who were on the fringes in the previous cycle, say 21 to 22. You are going to have established players. The core is there in the India ODI setup. Now it is going to be a very settled core. You may not want to make too many changes at this point in time. So that is the team news that we have had at this. Chetan, why should we give rest to Aman Gupta? Yes, Jaddu is there. 1 minute. Chetan is saying Siraj ko rest do. Why? The more you bowl, the better you become. Mohammad Siraj has been your best bowler in the ODI format for quite some time. Remember, he was the one who bowled impressively in the series against Sri Lanka and New Zealand. Even in the test matches, he has been actually setting the game up brilliantly. So ensure that Mohammad Siraj continues to bowl well and he gets an extended run in all formats so that he's in prime rhythm ahead of the World Cup, where he will be a very important player. And Unadkat over Arshdeep, Aryan Nakhat is not understanding that. See, Arshdeep unfortunately has had a very roller coaster journey ever since the end of the T20 World Cup. So Arshdeep, unfortunately, his rhythm went missing during the Sri Lanka T20Is. He struggled. He's not yet recovered fully from an injury that he suffered. So perhaps that is the reason why Unadkat has been picked on the back of great Ranji performances. That is the main reason that we are looking at it. So Kumaran Sankaran, Bumrah was always going to play the IPL. Kumar Sankaran, it's too speculative. I mean, see, ideally, you would want to ease Bumrah back in the IPL by playing at least a couple of ODIs. But that's not happening. Maybe his rehabilitation has been pushed further ahead. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us. This is the big update that we have on the team selection. No major changes. Yes, no major changes have happened. Bumrah not available in the ODIs. That is the major talking point. No vice-captain been appointed in the next 2 games, which is an indication, probably. That is the team news. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Press the like, comment, and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you.